In this video, we're going to show how to convert an external Word document, a Word document that came from somewhere else that's not part of the proposal kit system. This just illustrates how the Wizard's Word to PowerPoint converter is more of a universal tool for use with all your Word documents. So we've got an example Word document here. It was not created within the proposal kit system. And the only real thing you need to do is every chapter that's going to get included just has to have the Word font type of heading 1. So you can see if I go to styles, okay, that is heading 1. So every chapter, and you have to have at least one chapter with a header text using Word's default heading 1 style, because the Wizard is going to start at the first text that has that style. So if your document doesn't start with text in that header, it's going to skip down to the first one. So it might have skipped down here. So if you want your heading information in the document, like maybe your first page or two, just ensure that the first sentence that you want things to start at in the PowerPoint is set to the heading 1 style. All right. So that's our document we're going to convert. And it doesn't really matter what the design theme you have. The design theme is just going to dictate your initial color scheme. In a future version of the Wizard, there'll probably be a quicker way to get into operating on external documents. We're just going to show the default way for this first cut. And you have to at least have a project created and a blank project. All right, so you just have to have an empty project created. So we're just going to go into document projects. We'll do add new project. The conversion doesn't really matter what you title it. And we're just going to save this empty project. We haven't added any documents to it, haven't added any data. We're just going to edit current document. And you can see there's no documents created for this project like there normally would be in a proposal kit system. And I'm just going to go to AI Writer Tools, create PowerPoint slideshow, pick a file to convert. And I've got this over on my desktop. So I'll just go select that Word document over here. So now you can see that is the one we're going to convert. We'll do condensed bullet points, narrative 2. And this is the color scheme that's currently set up. You can completely change this. Let's just change this to more shades of blue. And you have the full features of being able to create your custom backgrounds, load in logos, and so on. We don't have any of those set up for this. So we're really not changing anything in here. And this document doesn't have any charts, so this really isn't going to get used. And all we have to do is click the Start PowerPoint Creation, let it do its work. It's going to export the text, send it off to the AI to convert everything into talking points, and once it gets it back, it's going to reassemble it all into a PowerPoint slideshow. Now it's created the slideshow. You can see it actually put a copy here, so the copy will be put in the same folder, same location as the original document. So if you are used to using the Wizard and having your new document show up in the edit screen, for these external documents, it's going to put it out where the original document was. So we'll just double click this, and it created a title screen you can just fill in, and every chapter has been converted. So you can see I pulled in the image here, pulled in the table here. Since this was a custom table, the font colors are a little, the contrast isn't quite enough, so you just make minor edits here. You know, you could just do something like this. And so on. So this is ready for you to just run through and make edits. And that is all there is to the basics of converting any Word document to a PowerPoint slideshow. So it'll copy images, tables, charts, most charts, and create a new slide for every chapter. And if there's multiple images, charts, tables, and so on, it'll duplicate slides for that chapter, putting each element in its own version of the slide, so that way it's easier for you to step through the slideshow for every component. And you have access to all the customization features, so you can set the color scheme, you can create your own custom background design, your own logos to get loaded in, and so on. But that's the basics of converting a Word document to a PowerPoint slideshow when that Word document is not part of the Proposal Kit system. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.